that he did have a very dark side, a very unusual side, where not only was he apparently hiding that he was gay, but he was also keeping like a case full of like online chats that he had with other gay men that I guess he talks to, but he would print off these chats and walk around with this case.
We called it Pandora's box. that's what it was. That's what Vandenberg, which is Jim Mitchell, we call him Vandy. Vandy called it Pandora's box because he knew about it. And later on, as time went on and the disagreements with those two and when the fighting and stuff began and when Chris would snap and actually physically beat up on Vandy. And so that's when he actually told me, he said that, you know, this guy's lost it. He's gay. And not just, you know, he wasn't saying like he's gay to be a jerk about it, but he just said he's hiding it. And that's why he's going so bananas. And so, yeah, Vandy did tell me later on, it wasn't right away. And so, but he was still trying so much and trying so hard to hide the fact. I know that it seemed to cause him a lot of pain, a lot of issues.
What did you think about this box that he would carry around? Was that before you knew that he was gay and what the contents was? You just figured it was travel related stuff in there?
It was something he had. He lived in a place called La Park, which was a real popular condo place, and it was right behind Main Event Fitness in Marietta, Georgia. And so a lot of the guys lived there, and he lived in that complex. And that's where he kept it, you know, at his place. But he would have Chris would always like to have cookouts and stuff, and so he would always have the guys over, and we'd watch pay-per-views and. He liked to entertain, man. He enjoyed it. And, but yeah, I didn't really pay attention to Pandora's box until Vandy started calling it that. And then, you know, I still really didn't know what was in it, but it didn't bother me. And I didn't think much about it, really. I mean, I understand him trying to hide his secret and everything. But he just, it just overwhelmed him, and to the point of where he just snapped a lot. He used to. The thing is, he was actually really funny and loved to laugh, but at the same time, he could snap in a second and just be really like violent, but more towards Vandenberg, not really towards me or the other boys. It was always directed towards and here's another huge thing that I just thought about too, is that Chris had a lisp, okay, and it was really strong and it bothered him, and he that really, I think that's why he wanted to have Vandenberg around to help him with interviews and those kind of things, because he had that lisp was so strong. And I think even when he went to New York, I think they actually made fun of it, which is, I mean, you know, that's third grade stuff, you know.
As far as you finding out he was gay, was that when he basically announced he was gay in wrestling? One thing funny about that is I don't even remember hearing much about it, and they presented it as if it was like big news in wrestling, but I don't even remember much being said about it at the time as far as the wrestling news.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I never thought much about it. I mean, that's his personal life, and you know, that's his choice. I mean, you know, he was my partner wrestling, and we worked together. Work is work, and personal is personal. But yeah, I don't remember them making. Even when I found out about it, and the way I found out was through Vandy, and of course I wasn't going to say anything. It's not my place. It's not my personal business, I guess. But yeah, I don't remember a whole lot being a huge deal being made about it.